I'm Lonna Kelly. This is Hudson Valley Art Speak. Thanks for watching today. We're going to be talking to Paola Bari, who is a painter. She paints on porcelain, and she's a conservationist. So we're going to talk about both of those things with Paola today. Hi, Paola.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting me here.
Well,
Thanks.
thank you for coming. Why don't we start with your painting and the work that you do on porcelain. We'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I found I started painting porcelain many years ago. I think it was during my middle school time, and it was interesting and fascinating because it's a little different than the other media, and also I like the fact that you can have two-dimensional work, but also three-dimensional work, where you can also almost dress and change the aspect of the final artwork by depending on the drawing and the pattern that you use in your drawing. And I found that aspect very fascinating. Plus the color are so vibrant, and I like also the fact and the idea of this shyness and expression of different things together. So I continue painting porcelain, and even when I came to the United States, I work mainly on tile and on three-dimensional pieces. I use overglaze color as a base for the painting, and they need to be fired approximately like 45, 50 degrees. And
4,500 degrees?
4,500 degrees,
Yeah.
sorry. And then I use also additional color, which are like lusters. They will give this, like for example, the metallic background in the tile.
Uh-huh.
And also I use metals like gold, platinum, and silver, so just to complement the traditional colors.
Yeah. Looking at this butterfly, it's
Yeah.
very three-dimensional. So do you have to work in layers, and how does that happen?
Yeah, like the porcelain color, the overglaze color, are not covering. So you have to use the concept almost like a watercolor. Mm-hmm. So you build layer over layer and over layer, and between layer you have to do a firing. So you actually make the previous color like permanent on your porcelain surface, and then you apply the second layer and so forth. So you have to start from the remembering when you paint that there are the concept of light and dark, so you preserve your light through the whole process of your firing and your layering of the color, and you keep adding just the darker color through the process.
Right. So your inspiration seems to mainly come from nature for your work?
Yes, I did have some portrait experience, but I do certainly prefer the nature, like probably animals. I do love the bugs. I like little beetles.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, and
yeah.
I like moths because I think their color are so fascinating. We all think that beetles are scary creatures, but if you look through, they're really like jewels. They have so shiny color, like metallic color, and they're so fascinating. Yeah. So I did have a collection of bugs, and at the beginning everybody thought I was crazy, but the collection was very well received. And also I come from Italy, so I have a very strong relationship with shoes. So shoes are also shoes. Yes, I'm actually addicted to shoes. Yeah, so I do actually have also collection, and I've been painting shoes, and those are probably the most common theme in my painting.
Yeah. Have you seen any cicadas this year?
I did
hearing
see them,
but I haven't seen any where I live.
You have to go to Rhinebeck.
Oh, really?
For some reason, it seems that there is a huge concentration of the cicada in Rhinebeck. Yeah, really? I went to over there, and you can hear them, but you can actually, even driving, you can actually see them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll head up there this weekend.
Yes, they're very nice. I have left a couple that I brought home, so I can look at them.
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing process that they go through. Yeah. So we might be looking to see some cicadas in your artwork.
Sure. Why not? Yeah.
It's funny, you're saying cicada, I say cicada. I was listening to an interview this morning by somebody who was British. And that's what he was saying. You say cicada, I say cicada. So the Europeans were saying cicadas, and the American.
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Yes, I still have some English, British things that I still carry, no matter how many years I've been here. So so I have this confusion between queue and line. You know.
Oh yes, yes.
So I always confuse people. So
yeah. So do you have a studio in your house where you fire your work?
Yes, I actually have a little studio. It's in my house, and with porcelain painting, you really don't need daylight or something, because you just have to use the regular light of. So I can paint through during the day or night, and I do have a kiln in my garage, which also has which is like not big, but enough to contain big pieces.
Yeah, and is that an electric kiln?
It's an electric kiln. I actually had to install a special ventilation system under the kiln, so I can actually, because the color are generating a lot of fumes.
Really?
Yes, porcelain color have a base of lead, so you don't really want the fumes stay in your garage or in your house.
Right.
So I have a ventilation system that will take them out of the garage.
Now, a lot of your work has kind of taken a different direction lately in terms of your subject matter, because you've become very involved in conservation and working with big cats, and you're traveling to Africa, to Namibia.
Yes, I think in the last maybe 3 or 4 years has been becoming stronger. And as much as I have a passion for art, there is this other passion that been about the cats. Big cats. I mean, little cats also, but big cats.
Yeah.
And when I met Dr. Lori Marker a few years ago, she's the founder of the Cheetah Conservation Fund. And she has the headquarters of the Cheetah Conservation Fund is actually located in Namibia. And I've been going over for the last 3 years as a volunteer. I work for a couple of weeks on their headquarters, and then I continue working here in the United States doing fundraising, lectures about cheetahs, conservation. I think cheetahs is a very big cats actually are very fascinating animal, and when you see them in their real environment is something that is impressive, and they are so beautiful and so elegant, and for me it's very sad and dramatic to think that they will disappear potentially. And also I think that they are very, from a balance point of view in our environment, I think their role is very important, because they are the top of their predator. So at top of the food chain, so they actually are the one that are keeping the environment clean. Losing them will be really a big imbalance worldwide. So I think it's very good. It's very, I think that we should, it's good that somebody like the Cheetah Conservation is doing something to preserve them in the environment.
I was looking at their website, and I saw pictures of Dr. Lori Marker, just right up close next to the cheetahs.
Yes. Cheetahs are not extremely aggressive like a leopard. Although I think I wouldn't like to just exchange things. But at the Cheetah Conservation Fund, they do have few animals that have been rescued when they were orphans. And when they are orphans and little, like maybe a couple of weeks old, it's impossible to return them to the wild, because they don't have the training from their mother. And so they are pretty much, they will pretty much remain in captivity the rest of their life. And so they become ambassador for the cheetah conservation, and that's the one the Lori Marker. You can see with Lori Marker in the picture.
Okay. I was thinking it was a wild.
Usually,
I mean, I'm sure that all the wildness isn't gone out of them, but
the objective is to keep the wild. So even if they have some of the cheetah in captivity, waiting for a release place or release time, they will still keep them wild, so they don't lose their habit and don't they lose their practice.
Right. I was looking at some of your images, and in particular one of the cheetah that's leaping.
Yes.
Just tell me about that, because that is just gorgeous.
Well, the fact that the cheetah leaping is it's probably the most impressive moment of the cheetah in the wild, when they do their running and when they do their stride, because they run fast. When I was there the first time, we were measuring, and they can actually easily reach 70 miles per hour without any problem.
70?
Yes. They are,
Wow.
It's very nice that sometimes you actually go around with your truck and you see them close by, and you realize that it's something impressive because your truck is going 60 and they're actually keeping up and passing you. So yes, they're very fast animal, and so in the tile I wanted just to freeze in a certain way the beauty of their moment, the beauty of their species, which is the stride and the capability of running so fast.
It's a pretty amazing animal. But also another one of your images, I think it's called African Life. It's a woman walking.
Yes, the African this landscape is it was in the African landscape. It was more like it's the beauty of the African landscape, really, which is this beautiful like sunset or sunrise with the vibrant like purple and red colors. And on the other hand is also the women. They are really almost like the core of the African society, because they do a lot of work. They carry the water, they carry the stuff on the market, and that was almost the representation of the human part of the African landscape, and also the natural part of the African landscape together in the same tile.
Yeah, the colors were very different from the other colors.
Yeah, usually they're more quiet.
Yeah, it was very vibrant and bright, and yellows and oranges.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. So, Laura, Paula, where can we see your work?
I have my work in the Hudson Valley. My work is displayed at the Riverwinds Gallery in Beacon. They do have both the two-dimensional work and three-dimensional work, and I usually do show in the valley, and sometimes I also have show like Florida and Cincinnati and in different gallery. I think in the future I will probably have a show at the Locust Grove. At the gallery in the Locust Grove,
and that's in Poughkeepsie.
In Poughkeepsie, and I also have a plan of showing at the Barnes & Noble's Cafe in Poughkeepsie.
Great, great. Well, thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
That's about it for today. Thank you for your time, and you can learn more about Laura's conservation. I'm sorry, I keep saying Laura. Paula's conservation efforts at her website, and also at cheetah.org is the conservation organization's website. And thanks for watching, and thanks to the crew for today.
Thank you.